let me see. Y'all know people be sending me stuff all the time. Be sending me stories all the time. But okay, so this next story that somebody sent me, it's about a Lexington police chief who got fired because he was caught it's a leaked recording. Explicit, racist, laced recording was leaked on this police chief. So let's check this out.
A racially charged and expletive-laced audio recording leads to the firing of Lexington's top cop. During a special called meeting, the Board of Aldermen vote to fire Sam Dobbins. Arena Side's Quentin Smith has details from that meeting and reaction from the community.
Lexington city leaders spent more than an hour in executive session discussing this issue. The board voted 3-2 to fire Dobbins effective immediately. It's a decision many say is a sigh of relief.
Terminate Chief Sam Dobbins from the position of Chief of Police with the city of Lexington.
This is the news that many in Lexington were hoping to hear.
Today, the community of Lexington, Mississippi received justice.
The board made its decision just days after former Lexington police officer Robert Lee Hooker released an audio recording from April. He says the conversation is between him and Dobbins, who at the time was his police chief. Hooker accuses Dobbins of creating a stressful and toxic work environment.
I just got to the point where you're not doing the people right, you're not doing me right, so therefore let me expose you for what you are, who you are. And that's how it happened.
We obtained the audio. In the recording, Hooker says you can hear Dobbins using the N-word.
Let me explain something to you. Come on. You're going to get in some in the street, and there's only going to be one man fighting for you. All right? Yeah. That's going to be me. Okay? Don't ever ruin that. All right? Because these other they'll let you fry. Okay?
As well as him speaking about people he's shot and killed as an officer.
I've killed 13 men in my career. Okay? Justified. Huh? In my career, I have shot and killed in the line of duty 13 different people.
You just shot so many?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Justified, bro.
Okay.
Ask around. They ain't gonna tell you no. I got a big corn shootout, man, a cornfield over there. Jimmy Deal told us where he worked it. Justified, bro. I shot that 119 times. Okay? I don't give a if you kill a with cold blood.
Do it, right?
Do you hear what I'm saying?
Yep.
I will articulate to fix the problem. And I'm the only man in the business here that's smart enough to do it, I promise you.
But that's not all. Hooker says Dobbins also made negative comments towards the LGBTQ community.
I don't talk for years. I don't talk. I ain't got nothing for you.
Comments that many are calling disgraceful.
Once we heard it, we were just appalled. It's like, how can a chief, an officer, use that kind of rhetoric when you're sworn to protect and serve us?
After the board voted to fire Dobbins, investigator Charles Henderson was named interim police chief. We've reached out to Dobbins multiple times today following the board's decision. We're still waiting to hear back. Quentin Smith, 3 on your.
Did y'all hear that? Whoa. Whoa. That white cop, he felt real comfortable talking to the black one, saying the N-word, saying the F-word. I mean, oh, wow. Yeah, he deserves to be fired. That is crazy. But the thing about it is that you know that shit, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. Sometimes it just don't get recorded. Just like when they be killing unarmed black people or be committing brutal crimes against black people. Mm-hmm. It happens all the time. It just don't be recorded. So, you know, kudos to that man. They said his last name was Hooker. Kudos to him for recording him, for outing him. I'm sure that community appreciates it. As we heard that one guy say, he does appreciate that, you know, he was outed or the video was leaked. But yeah, that's very disrespectful, very disrespectful. And then to hear that he said, I done killed over how many people? And he said he shot one of them 119 times, and he will do whatever it takes to get. I would certainly hope that somebody is going to do a fine-tooth, thorough investigation on every incident under that cop's record. Every incident, from shootings to arrests, complaints, everything. He has to have many complaints. Like the way he was talking and disrespect, if he's talking like that, calling black people the N-word to another black employee who is black. I mean, he's black. And you using those words with them, imagine what kind of explicit words he was using with gay people or with black people out in the field, out in the streets, out on the beat. You know, before being a police chief, after being a police chief. Yeah, said he killed over 13 people and proud as hell. Like proud as hell. That's a problem right there. Like even if you was a police officer, you walking around, oh yeah, I just shot 13 people. Yep, give me my badge, give me my trophy. Yeah, I did it. Come on now. A lot of cops who even shoot people, and it is truly justified, they still feel some type of way. Sometimes cops quit their jobs because they can't take it. They go get depressed, all kind of stuff. Uh-oh, somebody at the door. I'll be right back. Keep them entertained, Mario. See, that's why it helps to have people on here with me sometime, because if I got to go answer the door, then somebody could keep them entertained. But thank you for trying to keep them entertained, Mario. Hey, what's up, Vibralo? You said, hold on, let me go back up. You said, being my family from Mississippi, this is what people of color deal with. I believe it. Absolutely. I believe it. You said an 80-year-old black man still considered a boy in the South, and his addresses as such. And they addressed him as such. Yep. And this is just crazy. I'm glad that is out. Yeah, I'm so glad too. And for those of y'all who missed the video, basically it was a police chief in Lexington, Mississippi. He was caught on tape saying all kind of really explicitive laced comments regarding black people, regarding the gay community. It was awful. It was awful, bragging about all the people he killed, including one person who he was bragging about shooting 119. Why the hell do you need to shoot somebody 119 times, first of all? But then you bragging about it. So yeah, again, I hope that once they say he's fired. They said he's no longer on the force, but I really hope that they do a thorough, fine-tooth investigation into everything that he has done. Everything, every shooting, every arrest, every ticket. I don't care if they speeding tickets, because I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people out there that can probably testify that he spoke to them that way. Especially that tape that was leaked. It was from the white police chief talking to a black fellow employee, like one of their own per se, not one of his own, but one of the men in blue, or whatever you want to call them, whatever they call themselves, the men in blue. But and you know what? In most situations, stuff like that would probably stay concealed, because you know how they like to protect each other. Like, come on now. We see it all the time. The George Floyd situation. We see it all the time. Now all they asses in prison. All they asses got locked up. All because they wouldn't stand up for what is right. So it happens all the time in the dark. So I am so thankful to all the people who are bold enough, brave enough to record certain scenes or certain situations and then put it on Front Street. Because a lot more of us need to do that, especially people in blue, the brothers and sisters in blue. They need to put that information out there, because while you're up there protecting your fellow officer, next thing you know, it could be your family member It could be your family member that your own fellow officer beats down or shoots or beats brutally. So you never know. You never know, because I'm sure officers, they don't know everybody in your family. They might know like your husband, the husband, wife, the kids, grandparent, stuff like that, but they don't know everybody in your family. So I would definitely be scared of that. If you can sit by and watch a police officer beat somebody to death or shoot them unarmed, unjustified, and then lie, like, you can't trust them. And you ain't the same color as them, but you won't tell on them? Yeah. But that's all I got to say about that.